Hey there, it's the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. I'm JB, he's Max, and today we are going to talk about commitment, committal, the very art of getting stuck into something 100% fanatical to achieve a goal or not. So, as always, we are here to talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle. It's the mix of the mental, physical, and the spiritual knowledge, mind, body, soul, trifecta, negative to positive. So, Max, as I have done the preamble ramble, talk to me, Goose.
Goose, no, I'm Maverick. You're Goose, baby.
Where,
Um,
where'd he
uh,
go?
where'd he go? Great flick. They're remaking that, by the way. Um, you know, commitment to me is, I don't want to say easy by any means, but it's something I fully stand behind when I do decide to commit. Step one would be health. Step two would be my music. Three would be all the entrepreneurial stuff I'm doing. Step four would be this here show. Um, John and I sat down, and it was a make it or break it sit down, and then we've done everything in our power to stay 100% committed and focused. And that is no different than any of the other things we focus, like when we say health, when we say what we put in our body, when we say how we live, how we treat other people. These are all commitments um, that are just actually became a lifestyle, became a way of living. What's your vibe on that, Johnny?
Agreed. I think when we committed to doing the show, it's worked and it's improving. It's happening. It's because we gave it a 100%, no holds barred, fanatical approach and attention to doing the show because it's important to us. And we are achieving things. You know, we've achieved 150 odd episodes, although this is only 135. Um, we get to talk each and every day. We get to discuss how to grow. We spoke yesterday about a childlike mind, and when we just tick over doing the same old, we don't learn. But as a child, you're constantly learning, and that's how I feel at the moment. Is this constant learning each and every day? Um, but commitment to me, it's I think if you don't commit, you don't get the results. If you don't get the results, you get disheartened, you get pissed off, you stop believing in what you want to do, and so therefore you do it a bit less, or you commit a bit less, and therefore you get less results. And it's this backwards revolving circle until you're just pissed off with the idea, and you bin it off because it's just easier to bin it off. And it's like people in jobs who do not like their jobs. Maybe they're in I don't know, sales or and they're trying to get these sales, but they don't really like the job, so they only put a bit of effort in, so they don't get the immediate results, and it goes past. But I think if you commit 100% to something, you will get immediate results or results very quickly afterwards, rather than if you just kind of put a bit of effort in, you won't get the results if at all. Max, have you got any? Have you had an experience of that about when you've gone all in on apart from the podcast?
Well, I
You've
was
gone
going to use
all
an
in.
example. I was actually going to use an example of what's behind your commitment. If John and I tomorrow said, "Hey, high five, brother. Let's start training. We're going to go to the gym every day," and the commitment is to get a six pack. That's the whole reason we're going to the gym, dude. If by day number four we're still flabby and we're not looking like the guy in the magazine who we're trying to look like, the commitment's not gonna be there. So what's your end goal of that commitment? And for most of the things we've committed to, and myself personally, the things that I've been able to stick to are the things that are for a higher purpose, like my health, like my mental strength, like skill sets to defend yourself. It's not like, okay, I'm committing to this to make $5. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there has to be a little bit behind your commitment, right? The reason to why, and almost something bigger than just your ego. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'll
Okay.
say. That
There's one of my commitments at the moment is committing to my training to triathlon, through half Ironman, 2 Ironman. And last year I wasn't really committed, but going with the 10x, going all in, I was thinking about there's no point signing a coach and training for the world if you haven't got that drive. And I thought back to when I was a youngster.
Great word.
And I was a successful athlete as a kid, as a teenager. I ran for the Isle of Man. I represented the army. I very rarely lost a race for a whole period of time. And then I discovered alcohol and women and going out and stuff. And I genuinely believe that and I don't regret it, because I had a great time. I had a great time, by the way. But I think there was a missed opportunity back then. So now I'm thinking, well, actually, we've all got the same engine. You know, it's like you see a battered old Ferrari out there. You know, the bodywork's all trashed, and the red paint is a kind of a manky pink color, but the engine underneath is still the engine underneath. And if you give it a little bit of TLC, a bit of a polish, bit of a service, change the oil, you know, that piece of rusty old crap would still go 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know, it might shake and rattle a bit. And I genuinely believe that I still have this engine below this rusty old shell. Although I commit to my health, so it's not that bad for 45.
Not bad.
And so my commitment to training it's absolute. I've signed a coach, so I've got that commitment and structure to formulate a plan to take me forward 6 months for an event. And I genuinely feel I can perform at the highest level again. Now I have that idea foremost in my mind, and you know, I don't have a vision board or anything, but you know, there's a couple of athletes that I respect and look up to for their work ethic, and I know where they go, and that is what I aspire to do. So I've committed to that 100%, and I believe that if I do not commit to it, I'll not get there. Yesterday, I felt a bit tired, and I had a 2-hour bike ride to do, and I didn't really feel like doing it. But here's one takeaway: mood follows action. So I got on the bike, and I said, I'm going to get on the bike, and if after 30 minutes I really, really don't feel like doing it, at least I've made the effort and I've taken that step. 10 minutes later,
I feel good.
And you get it done. Your mood will follow your action. So if you don't feel like doing something, go out, try it, and see what happens.
And through that commitment, you got to push yourself a little, right, John?
Yeah.
And it almost sounds like we could say that the commitment we're putting in right now is also a part of our manifestation for the future. That being, you know, where this podcast is going, where we're going as a team, you getting to the Kona world. We're all going to be there for sure in Kona. But it's that commitment, that energy creates that manifestation. And it all starts with, you know, your determination as to why, right?
Yep.
So pick the right things to commit to almost would be another thing to say too, right?
Yeah.
I think we could end it there, John.
Yeah. Pick your why, get committed 100%, be fanatical, because then you're going to get there. Then you're going to make progression, you'll get results, you'll be happier, and you'll go even further. And so, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Just hit one of those things down there or one of these things up here, and send us an email. Just let us know where you're watching from, and we appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao, ciao.